Good evening everyone and welcome. In this video I'm going to be following up on my last one where I looked at 0 to 100 miles per hour times I've achieved in my cars over the years. At the end of that video I considered how this thing would compare to others, but specifically against the ZF 8-speed automatic. As a manual, launch control in this thing is firmly down to me. Shift speed is also down to me. And to further hold me back against the automatic, I've got two less ratios to play with. So not expecting to be as quick as the ZF8, I was curious as to how much slower the manual would be. Luckily, I know a couple of people with ZF 8-speed M140i's. Driving behind them on the road in the past shows them to just kind of walk away from me when we're both on the gas. But how does that translate to a 0 to 100 run? The usual caveats apply here, of course, filmed on private land and using only the speedometer to measure 0 to 100. It's not scientific, it's not 100% accurate. But they were all run on the exact same stretch of runway on the same day with similar fuel loads and within 30 minutes of each other. All the footage was filmed with the same camera, so I've done as much as I can to take as many variables out of the equation as possible here. So I'm going to measure them from 0 to 100, but also to take the variability of the launches out of the equation, I'm also going to time them from 40 to 100. 40 miles per hour, coincidentally, is when I get into second gear, which leaves me just one shift to get to 100. I've got to give myself at least a fighting chance. We'll start with my car first, which is a 2017 M140i 3-door manual gearbox, running Michelin PS4 tyres, Tesco 99 ROM fuel, BMW's M Performance limited slip differential, and a mostly sympathetic organic shifter. Not bad. Poor start, but plenty quick enough. And next we have Mr. Blue in his 2017 M140i Shadow Edition 5-door. He was running Goodyear Eagle F1 Supersport tyres, Shell V power, and no modifications other than a couple of kid seats in the back. Yeah, I think you can tell that's clearly quicker than my manual. And last we have Mr. White in a 2018 ZF Automatic M140i, running the original factory fit Michelin Pilot Supersport tyres, again running Shell V power. This one also has a Remus Catback exhaust and a K&N panel filter. Not bad. That looked quick. How do they all compare side by side? What are the times? And more importantly, what are the differences? And to take the variability of the launch out of the equation, here they all are running 40 to 100, fully hooked up. And what can we take away from this? Well, first, a bad start in a manual can cost you an easy half a second 0 to 100. I did 10.3 last time I tried this. Secondly, the ZF8 makes the M140i noticeably quicker than the manual version, not only from the faster shifts, but I think more so from the shorter ratios. The 0.3 seconds Mr. White had over Mr. Blue all came in the latter part of the run. The 0 to 100 and the 40 to 100 were both 0.3 seconds slower. So from 0 to 40 miles an hour, they're as good as identical. That begs the question, is the 0.3 seconds down to Mr. White's Catback exhaust and panel filter, or is it down to the 5 doors that Mr. Blue has? Those differences were noticeable. Is it just weight, or is there power involved? Is the filter and exhaust giving Mr. White more power? Most likely a combination of the two. I think we need a trip, the three of us, to a rolling road. So to sum this video up, I knew the ZF8 would be quicker, but I have to say I'm quite surprised at how much quicker they really are. Even with a solid start in my manual, they're still about a second quicker to 100. In a car that does 0 to 100 miles an hour in 10 seconds, that's a lot. As always, please give this a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching my M140i 0 to 100 shootout video.